Are you ready to die? Hey guys, it's me, CtrlShiftCreate, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase. Now the mod I'm using today is the Rival Rebels mod for Minecraft 1.5.1, and this mod is very different. It's meant to be a multiplayer mod, however I'm in single player and I'll show you what it does so you can go out onto the servers and have some serious fun because this mod actually looks awesome. So when you spawn, I'm in creative mode at the moment, but when you're in survival mode you will spawn and you'll get a game starter. Now you won't be wearing any of this cool armor, but you'll get that later on. So you'll get this block called a game starter. If you don't get it for some reason, just go ahead and spawn it in. Now if you right click, place that down and switch to survival mode, which I did magically, you can then go ahead and destroy it and it will start your game. Now it gives you this barrier around your area and this is pretty much invincible. Yeah, for some reason it didn't look invincible, but it actually is. So you just get this beacon going up into the sky, and this represents the spawn point. Now, as you saw, it says Rival Rebels, mod by Rodolfitio. I don't have a clue how to say that, but this is a really good mod, so congratulations to you. It says status, so this will swap it, so your server's spawn point is here, but that also works in single player, and all players will now spawn here, so you can choose a faction. So if you like factions, this mod is for you. I personally hate factions, but I still love it. So as you can see, we have these two blocks. That is Omega, that is, I've forgotten what it's called, and basically you click on the one that you want to join. So I'm going to go with whatever this is, which is Sigma. I knew that. So it will teleport you to somewhere random, just a little way away from your force field. As you can see, it's over there, and it will give you a Sigma bunker. So what you do, you right click, place that down, and you get your Sigma block. Click on it again, and you get this amazing bunker. It just places it down. It's got this cool kind of texture, camouflage, and it just looks flipping awesome. So I'm going to go ahead, take off this armor, and as you can see, it gave us an order, and it says break open your crates, and we've got a load of deployment things. These things have been deployed to our location. So you can kind of tell by the crate this is going to be weapons, because you can kind of see like a sort of gun there. So if you go ahead and click on it, it will drop you a load of items, and as you can see, we have now got a Tesla, a Cuchillo, another Cuchillo, some plasma cannon, one plasma cannon, a flamethrower, a rocket launcher, a rod disc, a gas grenade, and some cactus. Okay, so I'll go ahead and break open this one, and we get some more. So we've got some landmines, plastic explosives, a detonator for the plastic explosives, pliers, something. Yeah, that's about it. So carrying on. This thing will give us our armor. So again, I'll plop on the armor because the armor is actually really, really strong and just really awesome. So as you can see, we've got orders. Equip your set of armor. And inventory armor. Sigma's color armor. So the armor is different colors for the different bases. So if you're in Omega, you get different colored armor, which I can actually show you later. So if you go ahead and click on this, you get some stickers or a flag, or whatever you want to call it, to display your base. So basically, you keep clicking on it, and it will swap around. And once you find the one you like, you shift click, and it will break open and drop you all of your flags. And I've chosen the gas mask flag. I said that completely wrong. And if I go ahead and you can right click and place this down, just to tell your enemy, look at us, we're over here, we're scary, put your gas mask on. And I actually really, really do like that. Okay, so if we carry on and break open another of these chests, we have a chest which gives us a rocket launcher, ammunition, a battery, hydrogen rods, fuel for the flamethrower, a gas grenade, and some radioactive material. And now if we break open the last one, we get an army shovel, a jump block, quicksand, a Mario block, a loader, steel scaffolds, experimental pill, health pill, and a toaster. So I'll go through kind of the best bits first. So if I get out all of the weapons, you can kind of tell what's going to be the best. We've got a Tesla, a rocket launcher, a flamethrower. Is there anything else? We've got fuel there, a loader, a jump block. I'm really not entirely sure what all of these things do. There are loads of things. I didn't have time to go through everything, but I will show you one of my favorites, and we'll start with the flamethrower. So as you can see, just by holding it, you get all these fiery effects, and as soon as you right click, if I go and pick these guys up, my inventory is full. Let me just drop some of these things so you can actually grab everything, and we're still short of some stuff. So if you right click, you will fire your flames and set everything on fire, and I probably shouldn't be setting my base on fire. Probably some bad tactics there, but as you can see, my health actually goes down pretty slowly because I'm wearing such strong armor. So this is a really great weapon if you're on a server and there's loads of people. Just spray fire everywhere and hopefully get some kills. So the next one we have is the Tesla, and I would actually really like to get out of this base because it's kind of getting annoying. So I'm going to use the rocket launcher first just to break open our base a little bit. So the rocket launcher is really cool. As you saw, when you right click, it fires a rocket out on some sort of swervy path. It has this really awesome animation, and then when it hits something, it will explode, sending blocks flying everywhere. Now, it's not completely overpowered, it doesn't make a huge hole in the ground or anything. It kind of just reorganizes the blocks, so they're kind of in a different position, and it does a lot of damage when you compare it to other things. So if I right click, that gave me 2 hearts of damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you see, it took me about 5 minutes to stand in that fire to even take 1 heart of damage. So the next one we have is, if I can find it, our plasma cannon, which kind of looks like something from the future. It looks absolutely awesome, and if you hold down right click, you get a little charge up noise, and as soon as you let go, you fire this really awesome beam of energy, which then explodes. Makes a really cool noise. It goes, it's kind of hard for me to explain. I was trying to use hand gestures there to explain, but you can't see that at all. So basically, if I do this, it won't do any damage to the landscape, but if I go ahead and switch to game mode 1 and spawn in some cows, I can show you what this thing will really do. So I'll just shove in a load of cows now and fly up here, charge up our plasma cannon. It's so fun to play with. It just creates this huge ball of energy and sends mobs flying if you can hit them dead on. As you can see, the cow went all over there, and I'm surprised it's not dead because that took a lot of damage. So this weapon is really good for just sending people flying. It doesn't do that much damage, as you can probably see, and if you land in water, it pretty much does nothing. But if I go ahead and stand on the ground, this can also be used as some sort of method of transport, although it's not actually that good. It's not as good as I thought it would be. So if I go ahead and switch to our Tesla now, the energy weapon, it makes this really cool noise, and it makes this huge pattern of electricity going across your screen. And if you shoot at a block, you can destroy that block, and dig downwards kind of a long way, as you can see. It does have a maximum reach, so you can't destroy things at the other end of the map. However, you can shoot things which are quite a long way away. Now, as you can see, this is a very powerful gun. I'm just shooting these cows, and they pretty much die instantly. There's a spider, 2 hits to kill, and you can shoot them from miles away. And if you just hold down right click, you can kill things unbelievably quickly. So this is a really good weapon. However, as you can probably tell, to get this weapon, and getting the fuel for it is actually quite hard, so you don't want to use this weapon too much because it doesn't come with that much fuel. So if I go ahead and switch now, I've actually shown you everything. Okay, so the last few things I'm going to show you aren't quite as fun as what we had earlier, but they are still pretty useful and really needed when you want to try and destroy the enemy's base. So what we have here is a toaster. Now, that doesn't sound too amazing, but if I do just grab that out of my hand and... So what we have now aren't quite as exciting as what we had earlier. However, they are really useful when it comes to winning the game and destroying the enemy's base. So what we have here is a toaster. Now, if you just click on that, it will fling out bread. So that is really good because otherwise, obviously, you would have no way of getting food, and you'd pretty much just starve to death and die. So the toaster obviously is vital into winning. Now, it does seem to have unlimited bread, which is kind of weird, seeing as I'm not putting any bread in. However, bread is getting flung out. Now, if you shift-click, you can pick it up again. Now, what we have here is quicksand, which looks exactly like sand, except if you stand in it and you suffocate, you will pretty much die. So I don't know what exactly was going on there, why I wasn't dying, However, if we just plop these guys down and stand in it, as you can see, it's a bit buggy. It doesn't really seem to do what I was hoping it would do. But if you jump in it, as you can see, you sink, you kind of get stuck in the ground. So the idea being, you basically make a hole, fill it with quicksand, so people will try and get you. They will run into the hole full of quicksand, they will just sink to the bottom and have to try and get out, which is obviously quite hard, as you can see. So what we have next are the landmines, and you can probably guess what these guys are going to do. Now, as you can see, it's a slightly different color to normal grass, which is useful if you're the one looking for landmines, because obviously they will kind of stand out. However, they're not so different that they're really easy to see. And if you are chasing someone and you step on one of those, it is really easy just to get blown up. As you can see, it only did 1 heart of damage, again because I'm wearing this really strong armor. Okay, so what we have now is a gas grenade, which is possibly one of the most useful things. And basically you right click and you fling your gas grenade, and it puts out some nice smoky particles. And if you stand in that, it will give you poison and basically give you blindness so you cannot see. And as you saw, that was killing me very quickly. Now it's giving me nausea, so obviously everything's spinning. So if you run into one of them, no matter how much armor you've got on, things are gonna go badly because obviously you cannot see, you're getting poisoned, and then your vision goes all weird and makes you want to be sick. So you should probably stay away from that. So what we have next are the plastic explosives and the detonator. Now, the plastic explosive, if you place it down and then you not right click on it, click on it, it doesn't seem to do anything. However, if you whip out your detonator and then shift click, as you can see, you can blow up your C4. Now, it's not that powerful. As you can see, I didn't actually take any damage, and for some reason you actually have to right click with the detonator. If you just place down a landmine, it doesn't do anything. Not a landmine, it's a C4. And if you shift right click on it, it does give you damage, but it's really useful to breaking in through kind of doors and getting in without damaging yourself too much, and it doesn't use one of your rockets from your rocket launcher. So what we have here is a timed bomb, and if you go ahead right click, as you can see, it's got this fuse counting down, and if you see this in one of your bases, you need to panic because this is going to blow up and probably kill you all. So if you've got some pliers, it's actually pretty easy. If you just right click on it, you start defusing. It goes up by 4%, so you have to click on it quite a lot, and once you've finished, it will go out and you can pick it up. So that is the skill. You've got to try and put it somewhere where nobody's going to see it. So if I go ahead, put it down again, and if you actually try and click on it to try and get rid of it, it will explode and just blow everything up. So you really don't want to try and click on one of these guys because it will probably take out your whole base. So as you can see here, I'm trying to use my Tesla now. However, it's telling me I'm out of batteries, so you really need some batteries in your inventory. And again, as I said earlier, you can easily waste your batteries, so you don't want to use this too much. As you can see here, we're out of hydrogen for our plasma cannon, so we cannot use this either. So in your inventory, you need to be holding hydrogen to fuel your plasma launcher. So this is actually completely useless if you run out of hydrogen.